La 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 la. All right, guys. Today, I'm proud of how much work I've done today. It's been good. I've been concentrated. I woke up at 10. I went to class, and then I've just been doing work since. Have not. The only time I've messed around was in the middle of chemistry because chemistry isn't a real class, and I'm really good at it. And it doesn't matter. I had a great high school teacher. Remember everything. Life is epic. But yeah, other than that, I've literally just been doing work all day. So this is kind of my little reward is to talk to myself. My reward is to talk to myself. I'm going insane. But no, what was I doing today? I was looking at classes and stuff. Classes and stuff. Ha ha ha. Because we're going to be able to choose classes for next semester. And I was looking at everything I needed to do for my degree. Number one, I have 50 credits needed out of 133, I think. And I'm a freshman, so my efforts bear fruition. So that's pretty epic. All the AP class I burdened myself with are really starting to show. But it's really funny because I'm like, I want to have a light schedule next semester and just fill it with fun classes, as many fun classes as I want. Like, I really want to get into art, and I think a good way to hold myself accountable for that is by doing a class, and that might kill my passion, but it would at least give me progress. But I'm definitely taking fencing next semester. That is something I've wanted to get back into for forever, so I'm doing that. But here's the issue. I have to take a lot of classes regardless. Like bio and chem, those are already eight credits total between the two of them. And they're not that much. Low-key, I don't have that much work overall. But I'm looking at another 18 credit semester, which is not much for what I've done. And I'm thinking, what do I do? Because I don't want to take calc. I'm not taking calc next semester, even though I'm taking pre-calc this semester. So it's like, why? Why would you do that? Because pre-calc is not actually a pre-calculus. Whoa. It's a profunny calculus in which they say you're going to need this for calc. And then they lie to you. They say no. But this is from somebody who's heard that from somebody else. So if I'm like influencing your decisions right now, let me do that. That's funny. That's epic. But don't blame it on me when it goes awry. All right. But it's like the question of, do I have more fun in classes, like more fun classes, but burden myself with more credits? Because right now I have 18 and I'm just finishing my general educations. I'm going to be done, my guess, because I think I'm doing a writing and like a library sciences, which is for bachelors of science, because I'm doing fish. But I only have one fish class, oddly enough, which is kind of weird. I only have one fish class, despite it being my major. I don't really know how many classes, like what my classes are, but it looks like I'll have 10 or 9. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to do college work, but I also do want to do college work because I feel like it gives me, like if I'm ever feeling down, feeling like I've done nothing, then I just like, oh, I have work to do. Ha 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 ha. And then bam, it's like a morning star. It guides me. It's my wish. It's just like productivity. I can be productive. I have something to do. But also it feels a bit inhuman. Because one thing that I really, really like is, believe it or not, going outside. I like going outside. I like going on a walk. For the first 3 weeks here, every single Saturday and Sunday, I was just like, all right, bye Shane. I'm going to go get lost in the forest for 4 hours. And then I'd come back 5 hours. And 5 hours later, and I'd be like, that was so epic. I just was in the forest. And you might be like, are you not scared? No, I'm scared, obviously, but that kind of makes it fun because then I'm like, there's a bear. And obviously, there's not a bear. Bears aren't real. I don't know if you know that, but they're not. And my proof is I've never seen one. So, yeah. But I just want to go outside more. But I also want to do work. So, and I also don't have a car. It's also kind of flat here, which is really weird because Alaska has the Alaskan Range, which is very mountainous. And I'm only 2 hours north of that, which is like, why don't you? I don't have a car. But I fear not. Fear not, this is an excuse, and I can still go on adventures without a car. You might be familiar with these inventions. They're called legs. And I can walk places. So I've been talking to my roommate, and we're thinking, what if What if we just walked to a hike? Wouldn't that be a thing? Wouldn't that be phenomenal? See, but here's the issue. What if it's going to take so much time? But it would be a fun adventure. But if I put effort into something that makes me happy, then I'll be happier. Now, is this causation or correlation? I think this is causation. I put effort into moving my legs, and then I go to a pretty place, and it might be snowing. And if it's snowing, I'm going to be like, whoa, this is so epic. And there's going to be snow there, and I'm going to be like, whoa. And then I'm going to la 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 la, and then I'm going to make a snowman, and then I'm going to throw a snowball, and then I'm going to be like, whoa, what? Oh my God. So yes, it's going to be epic. But the main idea right now, not what I'm talking about. This is me walking to a hike. It's out the door. It left. The main idea is, should I put more effort into like my main thing right now, which is college? And I'm kind of like, because I'm still walking like the path of hanging out while doing college work. I think I genuinely have a very good schedule. My grades, on the other hand, checked one of my grades for the first time, and I was like, yeah, I probably have a B. Spoiler alert, I have a 69%, which is kind of funny. But that's low-key my fault because I didn't do my work. I hate online classes, but I've actually been getting better at them. So yeah, I have good grades in the classes that I want to have good grades in. So, but I don't know. It's literally just, all right, comment section, you decide. Should I put, like, because right now I'm going to have to take 18 credits just to, like, get rid of general education. So that's, like, shablamo. That's just going to be how it is. Period. I don't make the rules. I just follow them to get a degree. And maybe I'm going at a pretty accelerated rate, which I might be, but comparison is the thief of joy. I hold myself to my own standards. Ho, ho, ho. I almost burped and farted when I was saying that, so that's why it looked like I went for a second. But I don't know. Do I just take more than 18 credits and take a fun class like art? Yay! And I can take it honors. Or I might have to take writing class. I might have to take a writing class because I think I'm doing an online communications, by the way, which is one of the funniest things I've ever heard of, because an online communications class isn't like the whole point of communication to be, hi guys, I'm going to look at you with eye contact and I'm going to enamor you, and I will go based off of your results and how you're reacting as I'm speaking to you. But yeah, Jesus Christ, oh my God, never do I ever feel like, is this what it's like to listen to me talk as my friend? Like, just listen to whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like a pinball machine. Some would describe this as ADHD, but fun fact, I've got none of that fancy stuff going on up here. I've got absolute normality. Not that there's anything wrong with having ADHD or... But it's just, like, I just don't. I've just got so much stuff to stay. I just got so many things to speak of. I just live an eventful life. Keep up, plebeians. I was going to end it on that, but no, I decided not to. I just really need to get this. Do you think I should just take more credits, burden myself with more of a workload that would force me to explore something like art that I might enjoy, or I might hate it? I don't know. I would be burdened with that more work, but it would force me to explore that. Like, I could not be lazy because it would be a part of my grade. And it also counts towards my major requirement because I do have to take an art class. And maybe, I do that, I'm miserable. I can always drop courses, actually. And also, some of my classes end before the semester. Like, I know one of them is only like 6 weeks long, library sciences. That's pretty epic. But yeah, just, if you're real people, please give me guidance. Just a simple cool. Do I burden myself with more stuff because I'm taking 18 credits right now. It really isn't that much. If I manage my time well and actually do stuff on the weekends, like maybe just do a bit of work on the weekends when I'm laying in my bed reading, then I could easily do it. But I don't know. I'm gonna repeat the same question. Do I overburden myself and risk it for the biscuit? Y como siempre. Adiós, muchachos.